What's up? Peace. My name is Spike Lee, and the new Spike Lee joint is the Five Bloods. And this is my mood board. The term mood boards, I mean, that's a kind of new terminology, but people been doing this since the beginning of cinema. All it is you want to give a visual sense of what is in your mind. I tell my students, first day, every semester, NYU grad film, people can't read minds. So what I've done for my cinematographer, for my production designer, for my costume designer, is just show them pictures. Pictures that might be from photograph books, newspapers, even screen movies that make people understand where you're coming from. I'm gonna start with the sound. And that has to begin with one of the greatest albums ever made, Marvin Gaye's What's Going On album. As you see, Marvin Gaye's older brother, Franklin, did 3 tours in Vietnam. So Marvin was getting first-hand account of the war from his brother. Also, Marvin lived in Detroit, Motown, was seeing the black soldiers come back to Vietnam, all jacked up. And I think that those things gave him an impetus for one of the greatest albums of all time. So right away, I knew I wanted to incorporate as many songs as I could from the greatest album, one of the greatest albums of all time. We wanted this film to look and feel authentic. We wanted this film to have an epic look. Going in, I mean, I'm not going to be shy about it. The goal was to make an epic film. And I told everybody that this has to be an epic. And for that, the visual sense, it would have to start with Apocalypse Now. There are several homages to France's film. We shot this film Chiang Mai, Thailand, Bangkok, Thailand, and Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. We shot at a club, a bar disco in Saigon, Vietnam. It's called Apocalypse Now. That's the name of the club. We had to get the really real. There was no faking the funk with this. This cannot be shot on the back lot. We had to shoot in the jungle.
Yeah. You got the paperwork? You can see I got the paperwork with me. Is that a Magna hat? God damn.
People forget the Vietnam War was the first war that was televised into American homes. Back then, they shot on 16 millimeter. And when I spoke to my DP, Tom Siegel, we both shared seeing the war on our TV sets. So together we came up with the idea of, we had the flashback scenes. We shoot in Super 16. And that definitely came from the scene, the Vietnam War televised.
Goddamn bullshit.
Wrong for motherfucking enemy.
Yeah. Goddamn white man going too far.
The Bible says an eye for an eye.
And a tooth for a tooth.
We need to kill some crackers.
I just felt, along with Kevin Willmott, that the audience would believe that these guys, these 4 black Vietnam vets, we were seeing what's in their mind as they were going back in time. That's one thing. Number 2, we were shooting in the jungle, and every day was over 100 degrees. Prosthetics makeup would melt. And then, thirdly, if that's a word, it would be nearly impossible to add another $100 million to the budget for the de-aging process. A lot of people have forgotten or don't know that I'm also a documentary filmmaker. And as I moved along in my path as a filmmaker, I started using more things that you might say come from documentary, archival footage, archival photos. The opening credits of Malcolm X feature the brutal beating of Rodney King by the police. More recently, at the end of BlacKkKlansman, we go from the narrative to Charlottesville, Virginia, that hate march. So what we've done in Five Bloods is not something new. And I just think that it's another example of what a Spike Lee joint is. It's not one thing, you know, it's a mixture. You might say that a Spike Lee joint is like a gumbo without the pork. No swine in Spike Lee joint.